Next, we're going to look at the examples on a number line. We started with 3 times 4, 3 groups of 4. That's normal multiplication. That's going to be on the first number line. We're going to start at 0, and we're going to represent 3 groups of 4. Here's 0, and I'm going to jump to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one group of 4. Then I'm going to hop again, another 4 groups, and that'll take me to 8. And then one more time, I'm going to hop another group of 4. And I land right here on positive 12. That's 3 groups of 4. Positive 3 groups, positive 4. I go to the right. Now let's look at what it's going to look like when I do 3 groups of negative 4. I'm going to use a different color. 3 groups of negative 4. Just like before, I'm going to start at 0. But if I'm looking for a group of negative 4, I need to go to the left. I'm going to hop to the negative 4. That's one group of negative 4. Well, I'm going to keep going that same way. Another group of negative 4, because negative 4 plus negative 4 gives me negative 8. Oops, no error there. And I'm going to do it one more time, 3 times. And that's going to take me to negative 12. That's 3 groups of negative 4. Now for the next couple, it's going to be a little bit different. It's different language. Okay, so the next one is going to be negative 3 times 4. So before, with the counters, we were saying take out groups of 4. We're going to take out 3 groups of 4. So it's hard to take things out on a number line. So instead, we want to think the opposite of 3 groups of 4. So when we did 3 groups of 4, we went to the right 4 hops. And that's up here, that first number line. But since this negative is in front of it, we're going to think the opposite. 3 groups, the opposite of 3 groups of 4 takes us this to the left. So that's one group of negative 4. Another group of negative 4. And one more group of negative 4. So that takes us in a negative direction when we're doing the opposite of 3 groups of negative 4. Or, sorry, the opposite of 3 groups of 4. And then our last one is negative 3 groups of negative 4. So negative 3, times negative 4. So just like this one up here, we said the opposite of 3 groups of 4. This is going to be the opposite of 3 groups of negative 4. So if we're talking about 3 groups of negative 4, we go to the left. But if we want the opposite of that, we go to the right. One group of 4, 2 groups of 4, 3 groups of 4. So in our number lines, the negative sign means that we're talking about the opposite. We're going to do the opposite of 3 groups of negative 4. Well, that's 3 groups of 4. And up here, we did the opposite of 3 groups of 4. That's 3 groups of negative 4. On number lines, it means opposite. When we're talking about the 2 color counters, that means you take out. Hopefully this helped you understand how to multiply with integers. You have your 2 color counters out on your table so you can practice with them. You can use your markers to draw pictures. But just make sure that you spend the rest of the time you have at your group practicing. And then even think of a rule. What is happening when you're multiplying with positives and negatives? Is your answer always just a multiple of those two factors? What's happening to your answer, your product? Why is it positive? Why is it negative? What is happening? So be thinking of a rule too, and we'll discuss it when you guys come and meet with me. Thank you.